What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back to take a look at the Warframe 1999 gameplay demo, what we saw at TennoLive over the TennoCon 2024. If you guys have not seen it, well, welcome. It's pretty awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get through it. It's about a 22-minute long video. I'm going to try to get through it with very minimal pausing, but I do want to pause and just quickly go over or discuss little key points that I might see in the trailer, especially if there's some prior knowledge type stuff that I think is worth pointing out. Now, I'm going to try to keep actual heavy quest spoilers out of this video when it comes to, oh, this is probably where we're picking up from a previous quest or something like that. I'm going to try to keep all that to a minimum, but I do want to point some things out, especially because there's an instance where maybe there's some of the eternalism going on, and maybe, you know, I'm definitely up for discussion in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think, especially at certain key points. So we're going to jump on in and get going. It's going to start right off with like a weird commercial, zoom out, and kind of get into Arthur and the gameplay.
It's December 31st, 1999. Let's say goodbye to the old year with a track you all know and love from global sensation Online.
Again.
All right, so real quick, we do notice that there is a little bit of aspect where Arthur has kind of gets controlled a little bit and goes into a little bit of a fury and types on the computer. There's going to be a point where we see Entrati, and I'm under the impression this is based on Entrati, and the reason why this is happening is because of him. Especially we have some of these symbols and whatnot that leads us to kind of, you know, Entrati and the laboratory and all that stuff. But we also meet up with them when it comes to this this address or whatnot, and it says "Don't be late." So there's a key hint.
Bastard!
Welcome to 1999. This is an Earth not quite like ours.
You did quickly see there that was a plane, like an actual plane of some kind, so it must not be too far outside of you know, the reality that's quickly changed.
Everybody knows there's nothing like a delicious slice of Big Bites pizza. And it's perfect just before Online hits the stage. My favorite bite? Pepperoni with extra cheese.
I'm on break, Arthur. Don't mess with my game time.
Need my Tommy keys, Amir. I'm not letting another lead on Entrati go to waste.
All right, you saw there that Volt is Amir, and that's basically his proto setup right there. So pretty cool. We'll see more of him.
Oh, that was cheating.
Over here. You. Yeah, you. My rooms are so hot, they have their own fans. You can't handle the heat.
So helpless if these arcade games wind up infested.
What's super cool is this is actually from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Ollie is someone who wanted to get their voice into the game of Warframe, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation and Digital Extremes paired up and made this possible. So that is super cool. Once again, Digital Extremes, you know, doing some really creative stuff for the community and the people that love it.
Let's give it up for James Conlon.
Primo, wipe out. You can't handle it.
Up to date.
My keys better not be in that mess.
Learn to hotwire. Jeez.
All right, and of course, everybody from the first trailer has seen Aoi. She is Mag Proto. Super cool. You'll see some of her abilities and stuff here, and she is also like the motorcycle specialist. So she kind of, I guess, maintains or I don't know, our atomicycle.
Did you take my damn keys?
Don't distract me, Boy Scout.
All right, so this is actually the new Warframe Site 09, and this is the proto version of him, and that's interesting. I'll kind of elaborate on that a little bit more later, but you can see he has this marksman rifle, maybe sniper, but some kind of marksman rifle here. Pretty cool, probably you know, his specialty type deal. But I'm hoping we get that when the release comes out. 1999. It looks pretty dope.
No disrespect, Quincy. Got places to be is all. Someone is taking my stuff.
All right. I mean, I got to pause and just point this out. It's very cool. We have Trinity's proto here, and we also have Nick's laying on the couch. We'll see some names here pop up in just a second. However, Arthur Nightingale is, you know, Arthur's full name, and I forget Nick's first name, but her last name is also Nightingale because they are brother and sister.
How's she doing?
If she wasn't your blood, she'd be on her own out there.
Got a lead in
Letitia
So was
is her
arse
name?
deep in Techron, most likely. I'm going after him, for all our sakes. Letty, look, if you've taken my keys again...
Eleanor. I mean, keep your hands off. She's mine. That's just joking.
You have just met the syndicate that makes up the 1999 update. That is the Hex. And unlike other syndicates, when you arrive, we want you to be able to, you know, get a little closer with them.
Nah, I'm not gonna let this slide that easily.
So for this syndicate, because we are in 1999, and when you arrive, we figure you should be able to use instant messengers and build a romance system with any one of the... So if you play your cards right, one of those 6, including Arthur, could be your New Year's kiss.
All right, I'm sure you heard Rebecca there, but a little bit of a romance system going on in the game, so you can kind of romance one of the characters. I don't know if the replayability of the game will allow you to maybe, you know, go a different route when it comes to your New Year's kiss, whatnot. Your love interest, I guess. But I mean, is Arthur and Nick's brother and sister? I'm just gonna leave that there. Yeah, we're just gonna keep. All right, so here you can see kind of the parking garage kind of area. We see 3 motorcycles thus far, and like I said, Aoi, or Mag Proto, actually maintains the motorcycles, it seems like. And each person has their own role of some kind, but Arthur is more the leader, I guess, in this group.
Hold up! Hero boy. You're going after Dr. E all by yourself.
Yeah. You're not going without backup, Arthur. Forget it.
Yeah, I bet you didn't even pack a med kit.
I'm coming too. Guys, it won't be like last time, I promise.
Okay, plan A it is. I'll take point, make the rendezvous solo. Aoi, Amir, Quincy on backup. Letty, you and Eleanor hold the fort here. Keep the Jennies running. Saddle up. Let's ride the devil down.
All right, you have to admit that's pretty cool. We have the different proto frames riding their own custom bikes. We have Volt just running because he can. And what's cool is all these motorcycles are customizable. I made a video about a lot of the alternate stuff we saw from the art panel and all that stuff. If you'd like to check out that video, you can do so. But yeah, the motorcycle, you can put liveries on and do custom color schemes and all sorts of stuff. So very cool. We will see it used for traversal as well. So I wonder if there's going to be any mechanics in terms of combat when it comes to the motorcycle. But anyways, we'll keep going.
A slug dares to show its face at night. Didn't the bastard doctor warn you? I've an order. Kill on sight.
Now, this is pretty awesome. So we have a new faction here. I forget the name of them. Anyways, they're the new faction. To me, they look like the predecessor to the Grenier. You have the toxic stuff. She's mostly human. However, you do see she's got an augmented, mechanical arm. So I'm wondering if this is basically early Grenier, just like we're seeing early Infested in Warframe 1999. And it's really, I don't know, it's really exciting. You'll see more enemies as we go. And to me, they look like modified or early iterations of what the Grenier end up being.
Where do they find these people?
So welcome to the world of 1999. You are in Holdvania, and this is a world where, unlike other levels in Warframe, it's important that every Warframe player, during the point of this quest, can summon their very own Atomi cycle on demand.
All right, so a really awesome animation there. You can see with the motorcycle. Also, just quick to point out that this Excalibur, Proto Excalibur Arthur, is using the AX-52 AK themed rifle that we got previously. So we may also see it, blueprints or whatever when 1999 comes out, using his own custom longsword. However, that does appear to be a skin, and of course he's using his own powers, Excalibur, all that good stuff. But yeah, you saw who we were fighting, and the pistol he was using looks to be, I don't know, it's pretty, it's a heavy hitting pistol, maybe a Magnum of some kind, but we'll see a little bit more of that as we go.
Pity. We could have been allies. My soldier, put that thing down!
Enemy in the area.
What's interesting too is the area seems to be fairly linear as we go. Like for instance, where we were driving the Atomi cycle. However, as you can see here, it looks like there was an area currently behind Arthur that we could probably traverse, but he's actually going to move kind of straight forwards. And I was under the impression this is a quest, but it looks like that this area, this new open world, I guess, for 1999, is going to be somewhat open. I mean, as much as a city, I suppose, can be. We'll see how open it ends up being in the final product, but it's something to note. And of course, as we see, and we're about to see here in just a second, these guys once again seem very Grenier inspired with shields and low flying bits. We'll see. You'll see. And a little silly, but to kind of point out that there is a Grenier faction or part of the Grenier that are called the Tube Men, and I think it's just interesting that this section is very has the tubes and these big poofy bits that we kind of see the Grenier in the future use as cover, the little deployables. I just looks like a little bit of something in common. So.
What's better for fun? Shit's corrosive. Some scars I can't heal. You read me?
To me, that seemed like a Nox unit that we get in the regular, Grenier faction. And we have somebody giving us cover fire from the window up there, and we'll find out who that is.
Iced them. Too slow, Arthur.
I had it under control.
Once again, we have a path off to the left-hand side, but we're going up through the right. So just worth pointing out that there's some openness to this area.
Have it your way. By this time next year, nothing will remain of you slugs.
Now, I think this is just really interesting to kind of see that there is the infestation, I guess, that we're finding in 1999 and all over the buildings and whatnot. I'm assuming that's why a lot of these buildings look like they're being quarantined by these units of some kind, or less than quarantined, and you know.
Meet the co-star of your grand finale, an H-04 F-Verve tank. Enjoy.
Requesting assistance! The vents above the treads! Down you go.
Victor, drop them in. Now!
Found a hole in its shield armor. Thanks, Quincy. Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Now, this is really cool. A lot of people have been requesting a bit more of this. It's kind of procurements that you get in the actual mission. So you come in with your loadout, but there's the opportunity for some weapons, some heavy ordnance, I guess, that you can find out in the world. And that's really cool. I would love to see some more of that in the game. I feel like it's fairly highly requested in terms of just spicing things up a little bit in Warframe, so I like that. Of course, I found that boss fight to be pretty interesting. This whole time I was really waiting to see Rhino because he is one of the starting Warframes and he's not part of the proto crew at the moment. So I find that very interesting. However, we don't see him whatsoever in this entire reveal. So that is something to take note of, especially because I do believe there was some version of Rhino in Dark Sector. Not to say that this is recreating Dark Sector in any way, but it is inspired by it. So it's something to take note.
What the hell was that? Where are you? Come in!
He's here, deep in the tech rut. I'm going after him.
All right, so we all know who that is if we played through Warframe quite a bit. And it's interesting. This is why we had our arm kind of spaz and give us a location, because somebody wants to meet up with us. We see more use of the pistol here, which sounds pretty aggressive, pretty powerful. I'm excited to get my hands on that.
Pop them off.
Arthur, you're right by a security terminal. Bet my butt it's got a coda-worm injector. You want to risk it to control some tech rot?
Well, let's find out then. Needs must and all that.
All right, so with a failed hack, it seems like we are getting ambushed by what is early infested, you know, Y2K infested, I guess. I am curious if we would maintain some control or something over the infested if we succeeded, like they said. That's obviously yet to be determined, so.
Cheerio. What in hell?
Now, I do think it's important before this next few seconds to point out that there were a lot of Entrati symbols going around that, you know, little section there. And what we're going to see here is kind of a 180, and we're going to see some current day Warframe stuff lead into the 1999 bit of the game. So we'll talk a little bit about maybe some theory crafting towards the end of the video, but just wanted to point out that Entrati had, you know, a little bit of Entrati-ness going on there.
Entrati, what devils follow you?
That pistol, though, just had to point it out. It's the best shot we get of the pistol for the whole time.
Bring the hellfire.
Well, as you can see, 1999 has its fair share of mysteries, a world not quite... Oh!
Tenno, welcome back. What took you so long?
So obviously we have now transferred to what would be the current time in the Warframe, universe. However, we're going to see some stuff here as we fly with Railjack that doesn't really belong in our current time. And Railjack? Uh-oh.
Infested music detected. Our instruments are jammed. Theirs will not shut up. Kill the towers.
Now you can see to the far right, a little bit to the right, and up just off the left, we have modern day satellites, at least like our modern day satellites. So that is pretty interesting.
Please, keep showing us your support. Sonic overload increasing. Destroy the remaining speaker.
So we have some kind of massive speakers here, which for some reason are resonating with some crazy energy of some kind. I don't know, but sure, it's crazy, super futuristic speakers in outer space. Okay. Is there sound in outer space?
If management gives us
And a little bus down there. You see it? The little bus. Modern day.
one more passive-aggressive smile, I'm gonna snap. Beat drop. Arcwing cannon online. Rush the stage.
And in front of us, you can see what appears to be one gigantic stadium auditorium of some kind where music would be played by maybe a boy band. Oh boy. And keep in mind, this is like Warframe universe, not 1999 here, I guess. Oh yeah, and right in front of the Warframe, you can see another little bus. You'll notice that these infested are the 1999 infested with the electronics and stuff.
Slingshot locked and loaded.
Before we go too much further, I just do want to point out I am a little concerned over how much the Railjack might be required at this point. Now, obviously, this is way after a lot of the cinematics, so your Railjack should be pretty far along, but there is some discussion around Railjack and its utility. So I do want to maybe make a short video about Railjack and maybe some ways to improve it, especially because it's hard for a new player to get into it. But anyways, we'll save that for another day.
All right, we are back in the Origin system. Maybe that little infested worm from 1999 has festered. But as you met all of the proto frames, it would be a missed opportunity for us to not give you a new tier of cosmetic. With the release of the proto frames, you will have the option to have Warframes Ever 2 fashion frames in one mission with a custom emote with a fully voiced Gemini skin.
Let me take care of this.
All right, so that's kind of a big deal. We didn't know exactly how the proto frames were going to be implemented, if they were going to be segregated so that they were only usable in 1999 or what, but it does seem as though an emote will allow you to transfer back and forth between the proto design and your regular Warframes design. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this. Supposedly, well, they change their mind on a lot of things all the time. So I don't know. I'm not too sure how I feel. Let me know how you feel down in the comments. I really am unsure how to feel about this. It's weird, but I guess.
So what that means is every frame you met today has one, including Nyx, Trinity, Volt, Mag, Cyto 9, and Excalibur, and we will also be touching up Nyx and Trinity light rework.
Nyx and Trinity also getting a light rework, which is pretty awesome. You do notice that they didn't say anything about Rhino, once again, so that is interesting. I'm wondering if the heirloom skin is going to introduce Proto Rhino to some degree, because it might be coming with 1999, and maybe there's going to be a variant where Rhino is both Proto and non-Proto heirloom. I don't know. We'll see.
I've got one question for you. Are you having a good time? Don't take this out on me.
All right, so you can see obviously a giant stadium going on here, and we shot out the photos of some kind of boy band with apparently the lead person being Zeke, who's been kind of speaking thus far. Well, here we go. All right, now this is very interesting. Our boy band is now an infested techno site, technically. Techno site adversary group, which is making its way to the game. Originally, there were this question of getting infested, what do you call them? Kind of like the Kuva, you know, and the sisters. This gives me more Stalker, Goostrog, and Zanuka vibes, where these guys might not physically change, they're hunters. But maybe these guys do change. But I feel like there's a lot of design that seems to go into each one of these, which would make me think that they don't visually change. So maybe they hunt us, and maybe they're tied, just like Eidolons or the spiders, to this world and only this world. So I just figured I'd point that out. But very cool designs. I mean, especially the one in the lead, which I think is the Zeke. But we have a tank looking one that has like a shield deal. I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going on with this. All right, and of course, the reveal for the release date. So hopefully this stays true to the release date. Obviously, if it is not finished, I would prefer them maybe hold off, you know, especially if it's got some issues. But winter 2024, so by the end of this year, we should see Warframe 1999, which is super exciting. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on, especially with all the other content around it, and the 2 other quests that supposedly are going to be before this. One of which is the Lotus Eaters, and the other one has not been announced thus far. However, I learned a little secrety secret that I talked about in my my other video. So if you'd like to check that out and learn about that little secrety secret, then yeah, feel free. But here we go. All right, so that is all the whole gameplay trailer for Warframe 99, and I am stoked. I really would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think about, number one, all the proto frames? What do you think about Warframe 1999 and how they're kind of going about doing it? What are your opinions with Railjack and potentially requiring some more Railjack to go into this? Do you have any recommendations for how to improve Railjack? I'm curious. I do personally like Railjack. I just feel like it has a little bit of issues to be ironed out, and it's really hard for new players to get into it. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked. There's some more stuff I want to talk about in other videos when it comes to future content, future quests, and you know, some of the TennoGen stuff and whatnot. So be sure to check that out. Soulframe, of course. I'm going to do a video on that, and I greatly appreciate you guys stopping on by and giving this video a watch. Feel free to check out anything else on the channel you would like, or, you know, subscribe if you're interested. But thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one. Blah.